What's up, guys? It's Ian here at the Freakopolis Geekery, and it's time for another weekly update. So, of course, that means that kicking it off with Tuesday, we have Commander here on the tables all day, and it's an awesome time to be in on the old Magic the Gathering, of course. They have the brand new release, still in pre-release, actually, until I believe this Friday, and that is the Lord of the Rings set. Oh my god! As someone who is a huge fan of the property, has always loved it since being a kid, and can see the value for sure in having some of these particular prints of these cards, then yeah, Lord of the Rings as a Magic the Gathering set is a pretty phenomenal deep dive. Tons of awesome little references we've seen. We'll have a little more to go in on that when we hit Friday, but yeah, absolutely, that's hitting the tables now, of course, and for it to be going down on our Tuesday Commanders is a ton of fun to see. So that's Tuesdays. Wednesdays, of course, we have my D&D game in the evening, and we just hit Arc 2. I killed off 3 of my players. No. Always having a fun time with this group. It was a big climactic battle. Things happen. But now we have new characters coming in, and it's always an awesome time when we're hosting D&D here at the Geekery. Can't wait for tonight's session. Got some great stuff planned. But that's Wednesdays. Thursdays, that starts off with Junior D&D, which is a great time. And then Heroclix in the evenings, and we're having a pretty interesting event. We're having people build up some 300-point legacy teams. That can, of course, include modern clicks as well, and we're pretty much swapping it all around, having everyone trade these teams off, and you have no clue what you're going to be playing with, but you also are going to be trading off the team that you've built, which, you know, by the general rules we're laying down, should be at least a decently competitive team, but it's all for fun this Thursday evening, and it's going to be a great time seeing what people deliver. Can't wait to see what happens there. 300 points, build something cool. It'll be interesting to see what happens. So that's Heroclix. Now, Friday, of course, is Magic the Gathering and Flesh and Blood, but as far as Magic things go, last Friday we had our pre-release for Lord of the Rings, and we had an excellent time. Those pre-release kits flew right off the shelf, and we had an excellent little tournament round robin that definitely, I think everyone walked away with some crazy cool promos. The winners got extra packs, the losers got extra packs. Everyone was definitely in a pretty awesome state by the end of that evening, but we still have set boosters and commander decks, some of the best of them still in stock, as well as, oh man, some collector boosters. These things still highly sought after for those serialized rings we were talking about last episode, and they're still out there for sure. It's very interesting. You may very well get your hands on one of them here at the Geekery, so that is super cool, hitting the table with Magic the Gathering. And of course, Flesh and Blood has some really interesting stuff coming up as well. I'll get into in just a second here. So that's Fridays. Then we have Saturday, which kicks off with Pokemon Paldea Evolved ETBs and boosters in stock right now, which is super cool. It's definitely an awesome set. Some really awesome trainer secret arts and treatments that you can't get in any other set. Brand new trainers, and those brand new treatments for the starters, which are super cute. So everyone loves it. Paldea Evolved, super easy to get your hands on here at the Geekery. We always like to throw in some extra bonuses for people who support your local game store too, so keep an eye out, you Pokemon lovers, for that. And then later on we have our good friend Scotty's D&D game, which is, of course, always a super fun time. We have never heard too much of any sort of complaint out of that, because it is a wild and wacky Feywild adventure that they're having going on. Always fun to listen in on. So that is Saturdays, but of course for a special event to kind of zoom in on, we have a Flesh and Blood draft, which occurs on the 7th of July. That's going to be that Friday evening, and it's going to be a War of the Monarch draft, which is coming from the set From Dusk Till Dawn, which promises to be more than interesting, but drafts as far as Flesh and Blood go are wicked easy to get in on. I think it's less than like $15 pretty much or so to be able to drop in, grab the packs, and be able to construct something wicked fast. see how you stack up against our Flesh and Blood community. I can't wait to see this new set and new event drop. So keep an eye out, July 7th. That evening's going to be a super great time. So that is what's going down here at the Geekery. Glad to have you all join us. And we will catch you again soon with another weekly update. Thank you all, and until then.